Hey, I'm Ron Rodos, and thank you for getting my ebook, Essential Training for Jazz Pianists. Let's have some fun with this. I'm going to go through all the exercises, and the idea isn't so much that you're going to be copying what I do here, sort of like in an instructional video. It's just to explain things, give you some motivation, see me do them, but really work off the ebook. That's really the purpose of this. And learn the stuff by going through this. I suggest that you print it out if you can. I just finished this and I wanted to get started on this video, so I'm just using it off my laptop. But there's sections you'll see where you can take a pencil and write out some examples of your own. That's important to do. I also find that in general, even though we're in the digital age, a lot of people practice more when they actually print the music out, put it in a little 3-ring binder or something, and keep it on your piano music stand or on a shelf right next to it, where you can really take it out and just open it. People tend to practice more like that. And I want you to spend some time with this. I love doing these tapping, clapping, singing exercises. I did this all the time in college, hours and hours a day sometimes. And I'm going to have fun doing this. I'm going to go through the examples, and even if I make a mistake, I'm going to keep it on there. I'm not going to edit this and make it perfect or anything, because I want you to see that this stuff's fun and you just keep doing it and you try it. It's not always stuff that you're going to get perfect every time, but you come back to it. All right, so section 1, basic jazz rhythm and harmony. Exercise 1. So the left hand is going to keep a steady quarter note rhythm. You can tap on a tabletop or just on your knee like this. And then the right hand is going to snap on beats 2 and 4. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 8 measures. You could do it longer. Do it at different tempos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Till it feels natural and effortless. And you can also put on swinging records. Miles Davis from the 50s. Not too fast, more medium tempo, like All of You. Sinatra. Fly me to the moon. And just get used to doing this. This is the backbone of jazz, this kind of quarter note feel at the same time at 2 and 4. So in a jazz group, the bass player might be walking on quarter notes, boom, 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 while the hi-hat of the drum is on 2 and 4. So you hear this in a jazz group. Okay, exercise 2. It's basically the same thing, but in the right hand, we're going to be, we're going to tap the notation. It's the drummer's ride cymbal. Swing 8 notes on all these. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, I've been doing this for a long time. So if it's hard at first, just do the right hand until that gets used to that. See, I just messed up while I was talking. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then try to bring the quarter notes in. Or just do it for 4 beats. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Have patience. This might take you 2 seconds to get, or it might take you 2 weeks. And it doesn't matter, because you're engaging your musicality, your rhythm, and it will help everything you play. All right, here's exercise 3. You're going to sing the right hand rhythm using the syllable da, just like da, da. So it could be any syllable, but that's the one I use. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Da 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 da. Some of them on the off beats. And then you tap the left hand quarter note beat while you sing that in the right hand part here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Again, might be something that takes a while. Just stay with it. Do the right hand or the singing part alone a lot. And then you tap both parts. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Exercise. Oh, and then you write it out. You can write out your own right hand parts and then sing it, tap it, and then you can improvise. Da 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 da. You just have fun doing that. It's going to translate to your playing. I think you see this. Exercise 4. So we have a melody and chords. And we just play the melody once. And you learn how to do that. It might take a while, but you get it. That melody is going to come back throughout the rest of the book. And then you play the chords, you learn those in root position, and then you play them together. 2, 3, 4. Oh, first we sing the melody. Oh, you just sing it. You just go la, la, la. It doesn't matter what octave, so you might have to jump octaves depending on your voice range. La, 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 la. La 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 la. I could have gone la. Could have gone maybe down there. I'm not sure, but I just went up the octave at the end. Then you play them both together. There we go. Exercise 5. So we're going to sing the melody on La while you snap on 2 and 4 with your left hand. So it's combining that snapping from the first exercise with singing the melody. La, 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 la. La 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 la. I can barely get it. All right, exercise 6. Actually, I think I wrote this in the wrong place. I'll change it for the copy you get. Section 2, root motion and bass line, starts at lesson 6. So we sing the bass notes using La, the syllable La. Because most of the time as pianists, we're so busy playing chords, we never really get that bass line in our heads. Bass players do, and they have really good ears for following the bass root motion. So we're going to get that too. And you can play it and sing it at the same time for a while, if you can't just sing it right away. La, 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 la. We're going to go up the octave. La. And then you try to do it without playing. La, la. Go through the whole thing like that. Exercise 7 is the same thing. We sing the bass notes while we snap on 2 and 4. La, 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 la. See? It doesn't matter if you have a great voice or not. You know, you just do it. Develops your ear by singing. Exercise 8 is we play the bass notes while tapping the right hand rhythm. And you might want to learn that right hand rhythm by itself first. But then we go 2, 3, and I'll do it really slowly to show you how you can do this slowly. And then you just do a little faster eventually. 2, 3, 4. I love this. I love this stuff. And then you write out, you improvise similar rhythms. They don't have to be complex. They could be mostly quarter notes with some eighth notes. Do what feels right for you at your level right now. Now, we're going to play a walking bass line to these same chords and snap on 2 and 4. So it'll be like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and if you mess up fingering or you run out of fingers, it's okay, just adjust. That's better than working out a predetermined fingering, because when you're improvising walking bass lines, eventually you need the skill of saying, oh, how am I going to do this? You can even just do it with 2 and 1 the whole time. And just see how you do, or 1, 2, and 3. All right, exercise 10. We're going to sing the rhythm in the right hand using like ba-da, 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 while playing the left hand bass line. 1, so you, again, practice the right hand rhythm first alone, and then 2, 3, 4. Ba-da, 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 ba, ba-da-da, ba, ba-da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then you do the same thing after many times, right, of tapping. Fun. And then write out and improvise similar rhythms. So. You can even say them like ba-da-da, ba-da, because eventually you're going to be playing chords with that kind of thing. All right, section 3, jazz harmony and the Charleston rhythm. The Charleston rhythm is pretty much the most important thing in jazz, and even a lot of contemporary pop music, you hear it. Like when you hear this, even though it's straight eighth notes, it's not swing like in most of jazz. It's that 1, 2, and 3, 4. So in jazz, it's just a 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. It's really comes from music like the tango in South America. They've even had like some piano music by Gottschalk, composer who wrote down a lot of the South and Central American music and New Orleans type music that he heard in the 1840s. And marching bands were playing things like with that bum, 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 bum. Same kind of thing. It's like based on the clave rhythm. And that's, I think, what came up from South and Central America in the 1880s and 1890s and really influenced the creation of jazz. It's still there. You know, Charlie Parker, you hear that same kind of thing behind a lot of his rhythms. So we're going to start with jazz harmony, and what you do is you just take each chord. You can start by playing the notes, and then you just sing. La, 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 la. Then you go to the next chord. La, 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 la. You outline each chord from the bottom up through the root, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and then you try to do it without piano if you can. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. It's hard, la la. I got a little off in tuning, but you could start with the first note of each. La 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 la, and the second one. La 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 la, la 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 la, la. There you go. La 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 la, la. So you test yourself, and some days you get it better than others, but that's what ear training is. Exercise 12, we do the same thing, but with the inversions for smooth voice leading. So, we do it one at a time. I didn't write it out one at a time, but that's what you do. I wanted you to see these inversions. But basically, la, 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 la. And you just do each chord like that, and then you can try it without. La, 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 la. And then you test yourself. Yeah, you go through each one. That's something that took me a long time when I was a teenager and in college. I did a lot of ear training exercises like this. All right, the next one is we're just going to play the chords with the Charleston rhythm. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then once you get that, exercise 14, you play the same thing in the right hand you just did. And in the left hand, we're going to snap or tap on beat 2 and 4. I'll tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next one, exercise 15, your left hand's going to tap the Charleston rhythm in measure 1 and then rest in measure 2. So it's in 2-bar phrases. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And your right hand's going to play different rhythms, sort of like a solo break. So we'll tap the first one, the exercise as written. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? And you just do that. You do it very slowly. You can even repeat 2 measures over and over again. Really, practice it like you practice a piano part. And then you write out and then improvise things. Like the left hand's the same though. Ba-da, ba-da, bum, boo-doo-doo-doo. Charleston, boo-boo-bum, bum, bum, bum. Charleston, ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-boom, ba-boom, bum, ba, Charleston, bum, 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 ba-bum. And then the next one is section 4, moving along, jazz rhythms and hand independence. So exercise 16, we're going to sing using da. So go slowly, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, 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 da. Da 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 da, and then you tap it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just improvise your own right hand rhythms. Just, fun improv. And, I'll tap my foot. I'll keep that going sometimes. That might help. So you just go. You could do this to jazz rhythms, jazz records too. Just put on you know, Miles Davis record or something and tap along rhythms to it, like you're playing percussion in the group. All right, exercise 17. We come back to that melody, and we're going to tap on beats 2 and 4 with our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. Okay. Exercise 18. We're going to play the right hand melody, like we just did, but your left hand's going to tap the indicated rhythms. So it's probably a good idea to practice these rhythms a lot first. Like that. I'll just put them together kind of slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love doing this stuff. So hopefully you will learn to love it too. Notice how I said learn to love it. You might not love it the first time, but you see it invigorates one. It invigorates us. And then you improvise left hand rhythms. Like that. Okay, exercise 19. I wrote out a solo. Over the same chord progression. And then we just tap on beat 2 and 4. You could snap or tap in the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, experiment with lots of different fingerings and do it differently every time. If you mess up the fingerings 100 times and have to recover, you will become a better pianist for it. That's better than working out the fingerings ahead of time. Exercise 20. So this is the ride cymbal rhythm in the left hand. While the right hand keeps this solo going. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I messed up. I'll slow down. 2, 3, 4. That is not a natural rhythm for me to keep in the left hand, so this is really good. I like this one. Just starting to feel natural, but not really yet. Section 5 is practical ear training. So I say practical because a lot of times when we do ear training, whether it's from an ear training book, sight singing, or melodic dictation, or maybe a website, a lot of times it's, you sing intervals and you sing melodies, but it's not really related to a jazz tune like this. So it's very practical the way we're going to be doing it. So exercise 21, we just sing the melody on La, like we've done before, I believe. Da, 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 la, la. It could be da, 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 right? Whatever. La, la, la. But we play the bass notes in our left hand. It's about trying to hear a melody in your head as you're playing something in the left hand, because that's what we do when we improvise. 1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. La, and miss the B in the left hand. But that's how that goes. And then we reverse it. We sing the bass notes on La while we play the melody. La, it's a little harder. La, 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 la. It helps that 1, 2, 3, 4 of the melody notes are the bass note at that time. So that'll help reorient our ears. Now, we're going to sing the bass notes while playing these chords. Exercise 23. 1, 2, 3, 4. La. Barely get there. Next one, 24. We go to each chord again and we sing. We play the voicing and we sing the bottom note. So you wait until you hear it. So yeah, waited until I could hear that bottom note. Sometimes you have to play it, really hear it. Bum. Then we go to the next one. Bum, 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 and you go through everything. Then you go back to the beginning again. This might take a while. I remember doing this for hours in college, and it's not easy. And then we do it again, and we sing the middle note. Okay, I sang the bottom. Now I hear it more clearly. Yep, that is it. Now next one. Yep. That's the same one. Okay. Then you're going to go through each one and sing the second to top note, and then finally the easiest one, the top note. That's a great exercise. You could spend a lot of time on that. It's going to focus your ear. Doesn't matter if you always get it. Exercise 25. Okay, these are rootless, sort of 13ths and 9ths. You do the same thing. You play it and sing the bottom note. Bum, bum. Then you check. Bum. And you go through each second to bottom, second to top. Spend a lot of time with these. If that takes you a real long time, it might be a long-term skill to develop your ear like that, you could go on to the next exercises and keep doing that. You don't have to master every single one of these before you go on. You can sort of do a group of 5 at a time or something, and then keep coming back to those. Section 6, advanced exercises, more complex. 26, so we're going to tap the right hand rhythm while your left hand taps steady quarter notes. 2, 3, 4. Really engages all your senses here, your brain, your physicality. You have to really stay focused. And then you improvise and write out some. You can get some quarter note 16ths in there, some triplets, whatever. And then 27, we're going to do the same thing in the right hand, same kind of thing, and the left hand walks a bass line, like 2, 3, 4. That would have taken me about 2 hours when I was in college to learn. All right, so you're going to then write out and do the same thing and improvise. It can be simple too. And then see if you can get some triplets in or whatever. 28. It's basically steady right hand eighth notes except for the last measure. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the left hand has like comping rhythms. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, and then you improvise your own. See, the idea is to keep this steady. Don't let this influence. I was trying to do 2 against 3, didn't quite get it. But keep this steady. And then, well, that's interesting. I'll just point that out. If it was 8 notes in the left hand, I could do triplets. Let's see, 1, 2. But maybe not with swing. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3. 1. I was trying to do them as straight. That's what caught me. So I could do that. There we go. It's not really 2 against 3 if you do triplets and 8 notes because we're in swing rhythm. Okay, see? Challenging myself here too. And then 29. It's a right hand solo with continuous 8 notes, and we do the rhythms in the left. So you let's see, 2, 3, 4. Try it at different tempos. You try it much slower, and then, or one measure at a time, and then you improvise your own. Then finally, measure exercise 30. It's just basically right hand solo, left hand comping. Let's see, I can barely fit it here. Let's see, get the bigger. Yeah, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it combines everything in the book, the different rhythms, different hand coordination, the rootless voicing, soloing on this 8-measure chord progression in a way that will be much easier to you to play once you've gone through the whole book. I mean, it even felt really natural for me right now, and these exercises have been great to me. It really connected me with something I love to do too. So I'm going to maybe start looking at different ways to apply this stuff to my own playing. So thanks for being here. Thanks for getting the book. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions as you work through it, feel free, give me an email. I'll help you get through it any way I can. And good luck. After you do all these exercises, whether it takes a week or 6 months, pick a jazz standard, and from the real book or something, pretty much like a straight ahead swing tune would be the best thing. Autumn Leaves, All of Me, Take the A Train, There Will Never Be Another You, There's No Greater Love, something like that. And go through the entire book from the beginning to the end, all 30 exercises, applying it to that standard. And that'll really help you go even much farther with your playing. Good luck and